Alright, man. Well, YouTube doesn't like me uploading videos more than 18 minutes long, so I'm going to break this up into 18-minute chunks. There's a full video if you want to see this saw go from a junked-out mechanic special to a running saw. But as far as the YouTube goes, they wanted an 18-minute chunk. So this is one of the parts, and you'll see the rest of the parts, or you can go back and watch the video. Whatever you do, get out there. Have you some man time, too. Yeah, I don't know if this bearing is the culprit. You know, these little roller bearings could be broken inside of there. I don't know. I mean, it seems to, you know, do okay, but it's not. So I've got this one. You know, we put those new bearings on. It is the next day, and these are super smooth. Bearings out of the old one, and yeah, this one, it's like the same amount of play back and forth. You know, I was sitting there just playing with both of them for a while, trying to figure out like what went wrong, why, you know, that sort of thing. But I think I figured it out, and it was the crank. So I got a new crank. That's going to be going in. Alright, and I did some machine work. So I've got the cylinder here. I remember needing to take about 30 thousandths off, so that's what I did here, about 30 thousandths off. I'm also going to take out the grinder, and I'm going to case match the cylinder to the case. So taking these chunks off here and here, and then I've got some marks on this lip here where it's going to mate up to the case. So basically what you do there is you take a couple bolts and you bolt it on to half of the case, and then you look up under here and you make some marks to kind of figure out where you want to cut material off of the cylinder to match this opening here. So that's what I've done. I'm going to get my grinder out, grind this up, and then we're going to go to porting it, because at this point there's no sense in leaving it stock, right? Well, this is phase one. So we've done our machining. Now we've got nice, big, smooth, slick transfers, straight shots for the air to flow through. Took that down to a point, that down to a point, and then of course this took it back and then down to a point. Some other things I noticed: the exhaust port is really, really small. It can be widened open about an 1/8 inch aside, so that is what I'm going to do. And then the intake was pretty anemic from the notes. I want to get that bumped up to about 80 or 160, and then with 25 degrees of blowdown, you know, I'm running 45 on the crankcase pressure. So I think that is what I'm going to want to do. There's a little bit of a ridge down in the bottom here. I still haven't set up to be able to machine inside the squish band there. But if that ends up being a little too tight with the machine work, I'll just cut a little pop-up in the piston and call it a day. So I'm going to start with the intake here. maybe change bits out. Yeah, I want a fresh bit. When you go into, and so what I'm going to do is get a fresh bit and go right at the plating first thing, and then go back from there. Because that's the one thing that can get you, you know, is a dull bit on the plating, and that can chip that plating. Although I've never had it happen on an OEM cylinder, just on the aftermarket ones. So, go figure. Okay, so we got all of the porting done, and just wanted to show you real quick here, when you're case matching, you know, what you're looking to do is basically lining up this edge, and you're taking that back, and you're looking for that straight shot of air, and then no, let's see if I got a pointer here, no kind of lip, like right in this area here. And you're actually going to want to do that with the gasket, you know, if you're going to use a gasket, because I case matched the gasket as well, because if you don't do everything, you know, you're not exactly case matching it, right? So you're going to want to put that gasket on there, and then line up the bolt holes, and then set it on the case. And then you can see there, even with the gasket on there, it is nice and case matched with a straight shot, you know, up and into the cylinder. This should be pretty sweet. Taking a lot of time on this one to get it just how I want it. Also made an exhaust for it there, and I'm going to try out my Husqvarna assembly tool and see if we can figure this thing out. Got a bunch of pieces in here, but rather than, you know, heating your case up like a pleb, I've got the actual Husqvarna tool to get this thing all set up now. So, I'm going to try that out. Okay, well, I got online, and it looks like I need 502, 50, 30, 15, no, 16. So this is 08, I need 16. Oh, got it. Gasket all the way around in the pins. Oh, thank goodness. That is such a pain. Ugh. Okay. Screws ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think there was 1, 6 right there. Okay. Okay, I think that did it. Let's see where we're at here. Yeah, we are stuck. Stuck. I need to hit it this way. And I want to put a screw on the end of it here. So that's what we'll be hitting. And let's get this out of the way. One back this way. There it is. Okay, I think that did it. Oh, that is smooth. Okay, now let's take our knife, get this little piece of gasket out of here. There we go. And a little piece here. Go. Okay. Well, I guess before I do too much of anything else, I do want to see where this is gonna, at least for the squish. Yeah, one thing I like to do, I like to back these out one by one. And put a little Loctite on them. These are one thing you really don't want walking out on you. Alright, let's check our squish. Not bad. What do we got here? Alright, we are 35. Alright, well, for any of you super savvy machine nerds out there, and I guess chainsaw nerds, here we've got my Logan lathe, and I'm all set up here to start cutting some more. So let's go ahead and go through it. First of all, I want to run this tool in to where it's not going to hit anything. Kind of right where it meets the corner, but before it gets there, you know. Okay, so that is set right there. Make sure nothing's touching, and then make sure the cylinder is not going to hit anything as it's rotating. Okay, we're good to go there. Are we in far enough? Still not touching. Okay, I just saw a little bit of a chip come off of there, and we're watching this, right? So, let's do one more final check for rotation. Rotation is clear. I've got my tailstock locked in here, so it's holding the cylinder firm. And let's start it up. Okay, and we are going to watch this and come into it and get to let's go to 62. Okay, and then from there we want the apron to not move. We'll lock it in there, and we'll hit our lever, start backing it out and making some chips.